buffalo down. Lions tire quickly in prolonged battles, giving the buffalo a chance to escape. But it's not just the nearly 1-ton weight that makes lions hesitate. Let's explore the only hoofed animal in the Big Five and discover why not just humans, but even the king of the Savanna thinks twice before challenging them. Under the blazing sun of the Savanna, where the wind carries the rhythm of the earth and sky, there is a creature whose very presence makes you stop and take notice, radiating a natural, commanding presence. This is the African buffalo, also known as the Cape buffalo, a wild bovine built like a moving fortress, heavy yet proud. In the wild, they are not predators, but they possess a strength that even lions think twice about. They stand 1 to 1.7 meters tall at the shoulder, measure over 3 meters in length, and adult males weigh around 700 kilograms, sometimes reaching up to 900 kilograms. Females are lighter, usually between 400 to 600 kilograms. With that kind of mass, even a quick glance reveals dense muscle rippling beneath their dark skin, only becoming more visible as they age and their hair thins over time. The color of their coat tells a story too. Newborn calves usually have reddish-brown fur, which darkens to black or deep brown as they mature. In old age, their thinning coat exposes a darkened hide, marking the path they've traveled, like a map of time etched onto their bodies. A buffalo's head almost always tilts low, not just for grazing, but as a constant state of vigilance. It's a posture they never abandon, whether at rest or facing danger. African buffalo roam across sub-Saharan Africa, from the sweeping grasslands of the Serengeti to the sparse forests of Central Africa. They cannot survive far from water, needing to drink daily to regulate body temperature and metabolism. Areas near rivers, lakes, or swamps are their preferred habitats. Their main diet consists of tall, coarse grasses, plants that many herbivores avoid. They can digest roughly 2.2% of their body weight per day. A buffalo weighing 700 kilograms eats about 15 kilograms of grass daily. A smaller one at 500 kilograms eats about 11 kilograms, and the lighter forest buffalo needs only around 6.5 kilograms. This daily intake not only sustains the individual, but also helps manage local vegetation, paving the way for animals like zebras and wildebeests to share in the food supply. Their ecological role goes far beyond that of just a grazer. African buffalo help shape the vegetation structure, create pathways for smaller animals, and serve as a key food source for predators like lions. Many other herbivores choose to travel near buffalo herds, taking advantage of this living shield against predators, an unofficial but clearly present form of symbiosis in the wild. Black Death. That's the name local people and seasoned explorers use to refer to the African buffalo, not because of the color of its coat, but because of its fierce nature, unyielding power, and the kind of force that makes even top predators like lions hesitate. In the vast grasslands where the sun scorches the earth and every blade of grass curls dry in the wind, this is the animal that makes the savanna hold its breath when it moves in numbers. The strength of this buffalo isn't just in its massive build, it lies in how they live, never alone. They are symbols of herd spirit, of discipline, and of unbreakable connection. A herd of African buffalo can range from a few dozen to over 1,000 individuals, structured into family units where females and their calves stay closely bonded. Multiple family groups come together to form a massive, mobile force, a wave of muscle and mass rolling across the grasslands. Within the herd structure, males play a unique role. Younger bulls aged 4 to 7 or older ones past 12 often form bachelor groups, separate from the main herd. Those no longer able to compete for dominance tend to withdraw, living alone at the fringes or in the outer edges of the herd's range. This clear separation helps minimize internal conflict and allows the herd to operate efficiently under the guidance of experienced females. Beyond their ability to fight, what's remarkable is that an African buffalo herd doesn't move aimlessly. Their direction is often decided through a kind of natural voting system where adult females express agreement on the direction of travel using specific gestures. This coordination allows the herd to move several kilometers a day while maintaining order, staying efficient, and adapting quickly to environmental changes such as drought or food shortages. The most recognizable feature of the African buffalo is its massive set of horns. In adult males, the thick horns curve downward from the crown of the head, then sweep outward in a powerful arc. At the base, the horns fuse into a dense shield of bone more than 5 centimeters thick, known as the boss, a natural helmet of armor. The span between the horn tips can exceed 1 meter, and in rare cases reach up to 1.64 meters, nearly the length of a fully outstretched adult human arm. Horn development is also tied to testosterone levels. Buffalo with larger horns tend to be more reproductively fit and attract greater attention from females. And those horns can send a lion flying should one dare approach an angry herd. A typical Black Death herd ranges from 50 to 500 individuals. Naturally, this far outnumbers a pride of lions. In resource-rich areas like the Okavango Delta in Botswana, buffalo herds can grow to 1,000 or more. One lion pride faced off with them in the flooded plains. Their only choice was to retreat. Even young lions must learn to swim through the wetlands. Otherwise, they risk being trampled beneath the hooves of African buffalo. On the flip side, buffalo calves are often targeted by lions. A mother buffalo must both defend her calf and signal for backup from the bulls in the herd. When threatened, especially with a calf in danger, the herd doesn't hesitate to strike back. With broad horns and bodies weighing hundreds of kilograms, the bulls charge forward to repel predators. This collective defense response is known in ecology as mobbing behavior. But in the Big Five, it's not just the lion that poses a threat to a buffalo calf. The leopard, a master of the night, is also a formidable danger. Cape buffalo have fairly good daytime vision, sharp enough to detect movement from a distance. A lone leopard usually isn't even worth the effort to chase off. However, once night falls, their vision declines significantly, since their eyesight depends on natural light and lacks adaptations for low light conditions. This gives the leopard a decent opportunity to slip close to the herd under the cover of darkness. Taking advantage of the chaos as the Cape buffalo scatter at the sight of a predator, the leopard seizes a calf. During the day, if a leopard happens to pass near a buffalo herd, it won't even consider stopping. If the herd catches up, the leopard might climb to a height where the buffalo can't reach. Then it waits, watching for a moment when the buffalo are distracted, to make its escape. What earned the African buffalo the nickname Black Death isn't its social structure, but its reaction to danger. They are known for their aggressive temperament, unpredictable behavior, and incredibly strong defensive instincts. Even when facing the elephant, the largest member of the Big Five, they don't always back down. African bush elephants and Cape buffalo are often found together in areas rich in water and grass. But during the dry season, when water becomes scarce, elephants tend to dominate, forcing buffalo to shift their drinking times, a clear sign of behavioral competition. Still, the African buffalo has a presence of its own. An elephant might chase it away, but not with force. An elephant used its trunk to shoo the buffalo away, but the buffalo refused to budge. The elephant then lifted its foot and kicked at the buffalo's head. It was immediately rammed by the buffalo's thick, heavy horns. In another instance, when the elephant drove the buffalo away, perhaps it was claiming its territory. The push came swiftly. The buffalo turned and stared down the elephant. It clearly wasn't happy about being forced off by an African elephant. Seeing the Black Death silently holding its ground, the elephant backed off and stood still until the buffalo finally walked away. But does that mean the African bush elephant is timid? Let's find out in the next section. Larger than all the other big five animals combined, and the biggest land animal on Earth, the African bush elephant moves through the savanna like a giant sage. Adult males can stand up to 3.96 meters tall and weigh more than 10.4 tons, the same as a fully loaded six-wheeled truck. Females are more modest in size, standing around 2.6 meters tall and weighing between 2 to 3.5 tons. Yet both are built for life and movement across vast landscapes, from arid grasslands to distant wetlands. The most striking feature of their body is the trunk, a true biological wonder. Made of over 150,000 bundles of muscle fibers, it contains no bones, yet is powerful enough to lift up to 350 kilograms and delicate enough to pick a single leaf or gently place fruit into the mouth. It is the center of smell, touch, and even emotion. The trunk is also an essential survival tool. In dry weather, a single inhale can draw in up to 14 liters of water, then gracefully pour it into the mouth or spray it onto the back like a natural shower. And with two unique fingers at its tip, the elephant can grip, twist, pull, or strip tree bark like a skilled artisan. Their tusks, elongated incisors that grow throughout life, serve as both weapons and multi-purpose tools. Reaching over 3.5 meters in length and growing up to 17 centimeters per year, these tusks are used to dig for water in dry ground, strip bark for nutrients, and signal age and status within the herd. Both males and females have tusks, but in males, they tend to be much longer and heavier. Their ears are another example of sophisticated biological design. Not only large and shaped like the map of Africa, they're also filled with blood vessels that help regulate body temperature. When the heat peaks, a single flap of the ear helps cool the blood throughout the body. Ears also enhance their hearing, allowing them to detect infrasound frequencies below 1 kilohertz, which can travel for kilometers across the quiet savanna. Their gray skin, around 2.5 centimeters thick and deeply wrinkled, gives them a rugged yet practical look. These folds help retain moisture, especially after mud or water baths, acting like a natural coat that shields them from heat and insects. African bush elephants aren't tied to a single type of habitat. They are found in over 23 sub-Saharan African countries,